Hi guys. For today's episode we are going to talk about the top BL anime you should watch as a new fan. Anime is a niche that is rife with a lot of imperfect material, but here are 10 yaoi animes that are unproblematic faves for genre beginners. This list will focus on the 10 best BL anime out there for newcomers. Most older fans of the BL genre will find this list ignoring extremely popular anime, and the reason behind them is simple. This list is all about healthy, loving and consensual relationship between boys. Number 10, Classmates. The story isn't something different. There's your typical honor student, Rihito Saju, who is a quiet and shy boy with no friends, and your typical outgoing student, Hikaru Kusakabe, who plays guitar but sucks at studies. The two are part of the school's chorus group, and Hikaru decides to help Rihito with his vocals. This begins an extremely endearing and pure tale of first love between two young boys, who probably never considered that they were gay. The movie is a slow burner and the art is very simplistic, but that simply adds to its charm instead of taking away from it. Number 9. Given. Released in 2019, this series is one of those exceptional BL anime out there that doesn't pander to niche hardcore fans by including unnecessary NSFW scenes. Instead, even casual fans can appreciate how the romance between these two teenage boys is handled, much like any other romance one would see in any shoujo series. Number 8. Beryl and Sapphire. With every episode being no longer than 8 minutes, one would think Beryl and Sapphire won't be able to achieve much, and that's where they're wrong. This donghua of Chinese anime shows the progression of love between two males who are constantly put in different scenarios and have their feelings tested. Number 7. Hybrid Child. This one is actually a relatively older anime that was released in 2014. It has 3 episodes, all of which have standalone arcs. The only thing common in all 3 is a hybrid child, a doll made by a particular doll maker famous for looking and behaving exactly like a human would. All 3 stories focus on the relationship between humans and their dolls, and all of them have different levels of romance, maturity and angst to them. Without a doubt, it's the 3rd story that always leaves fans in tears. Number 6. Spirit Pact. Tanmoku Ki is exorcist who is considered to be very powerful in his world. Kika is a young and stupid boy who dies because of a freak accident. Tanmoku offers Kika a deal, to become his spirit shadow, which in turn will allow him, Kika, to maintain his bond with the human world even in his spirit form. Kika agrees, and thus begins a mildly tumultuous relationship between two strong-headed and stubborn men, neither of whom wants to give in before the other. There's constant bickering between them, but the bond that they gradually develop soon makes them realize that they have become a lot more than mere master-servant. Number 5. Yuri. On Ice. This one needs no introduction. Yuri on Ice was the anime of 2016 and fans, especially Fujashis, couldn't stop gushing about how an LGBT+ romance was finally portrayed in a commercial series without it being problematic. The best part about this series is how both the leads are well into their 20s, which makes it one of those BLs where youths aren't the focus. Number 4. Banana Fish. Much like the case with Modao Zushi, this is primarily an action anime that just happens to have a romance between its 2 male leads. Ash's and Eiji's kiss created huge waves among fans, and thankfully the response was mostly positive. Seeing how this series has a huge male fanbase, it's definitely heartening to see gay romances being normalized like this in anime genres outside of BL. Number 3. Way, Kanjianeerduola. Yet again, another donghua on this list. And this one has episodes that are only 3 minutes long. Story-wise, there isn't much to expect, but the animation's refreshingly different and romance between the 2 male leads is nothing but pure fluff. Number 2. Number 6. Shion is a young and one of the many elite residents of the city number 6 who seems to be living a near-perfect life. However, his entire life changes the one day he helps a young Nezumi escape from his captives. Years later, he meets Nezumi again and helps him out, but this time this kind act of him costs him everything. Number 1. Yarichin Beach Club. Takashi Tono is a freshman student who is transferred from Tokyo to Morimori Academy, a private boarding school located deep in the mountains. Soon after arriving, he befriends Kyosuke Yaguchi, who is a member of the soccer club and invites Tono to join him in the club. Tono's lack of interest in sports forces him to enter the quietest club of all, the photography club. However, the photography club is not what it seems, since the members' duties consist of having sex with other students of the school. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll get notified on every of my uploads.